Hi, my name is Byron Martin here at Logee's Greenhouses, and today we're going to be talking about one of our more spectacular foliage begonias called Begonia maculata variety Wightii. And this is a species that has these polka dot leaves, and it's often called the polka dot begonia. It's actually a cane begonia or angel wing. You can see the shape of the leaf is like an angel. They're actually easy to grow and make excellent houseplants as long as one pays attention to their cultural needs. Being begonias, they do prefer dryness between waterings, and that means that you dry the soil down to visual dryness to the surface, thoroughly saturate, and even going a little beyond that. Begonias in general come out of tropical areas where there's a wet and a dry season, and the canes tend to be terrestrial, meaning that they live in the soil, so they will go for many months, sometimes without rain, and they're only getting their moisture via dew at night. And so these plants can take quite a bit of drought stress, and actually when you put them under very severe drought stress, the leaves actually bleach in color, but when you water them, they come right back. And that doesn't mean they're a cactus. They do have to have water on a regular basis, but they can take periods of dryness and still come out of it without too much stress. The plant actually does bloom. It puts out these large clusters of white flowers, and these are young plants, so the plant itself at maturity will get up to about 3, maybe 4. We even have some 5-foot specimens before we have to cut them back. And as far as pruning goes, the good thing about a cane begonia is you can chop them right down. You can take a plant that's 3 feet tall and bring it down to 1 foot. Just shear it right off. Blindly just cut it right back. Remove all the growth, and you'll see that the base of that is filled with little sprouts along the stems, and out they shoot, and will quickly recover. Generally, in our culture, we'll cut plants back. On specimens, we'll cut plants back at least once a year just to maintain the size on them. As far as fertilizer goes, you need to feed them on a regular basis, and these are plants that really do better if you give them good quality light. And by that I mean they need to be in an east or west window, morning or afternoon sun. They can actually adapt to full sun if you slowly adjust them to that. The leaves get a little brassy, the color gets a little brassy, but they will grow under full sun conditions. And if you go to areas where the canes grow, in South America and Central America, you don't find them in the deep understory, but you will find them along road cuts or stream banks where they are getting fairly good light. So remember, in growing these and flowering these, they do need good light. It's not an indoor plant that you can put on the television or the desk in the corner and expect it to thrive. As far as insects go and disease, begonias are actually pretty immune to insects. That's a good thing about them. They can get things, but generally we don't pay too much attention. They do have some disease issues. This particular variety is pretty good about mildew. I mean, if infestations of mildew got really bad in a collection, it would probably get on them, but it gets on other begonias first. And as far as their roots go, there can be issues with root rot if you overwater them. So that's why it's best to go to that wet-dry cycle and keep the roots healthy and happy, and the plant itself will do quite well. In terms of their needed temperature, we generally grow these above 60 degrees, and begonias can take it colder, and they'll take short periods of that, but long periods of cold temperatures, say in the wintertime in a cool or cold greenhouse, actually puts a lot of stress on them in terms of, again, disease pressure and the fact that the root system isn't active. They can survive it, but to keep them really looking good, you need to maintain temperatures above 60 degrees. Well, thank you for watching today. There's a little bit of information on our polka dot begonia, maculata variety Wightii. If you'd like more information, visit us at logees.com.